Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Samira. This beautiful gown I made for myself. I'll be teaching you guys how I made it. Bubu Kaftan Draped gown. Please, you can subscribe, like, share and comment. I would like to know what motivates you most to learn about this topic. You can drop it in the comment section below. Turn on the notification bell to get notified to see my next video uploads. This gown that I made, you'll be needing 2 yards of Duchess fabric if you are of my size, but if you are bigger, that means you need 3 yards or even 4 yards. Okay, the cover picture is a guide and I decided to shape my style line a bit. That's the difference between mine and the cover picture. So if this is something you like watching, you can bring out your fabric out. Let's get started now. So I have my 2 yards of Duchess fabric that I'll be needing for this style that I'm making today. So I'll go ahead now to show you guys how I'm going to fold my fabric. So I'm going to fold it into 4 parts. Okay, so guys, just keep on watching this video to the end, guys. I've went ahead to fold my fabric by 17 inches for the width, and I folded it in 4 parts. That is, I'm cutting the front and the back parts all together at once. So that was why I folded it into 4 parts. So that's what I'm showing you guys in the video. Right now, I'll be measuring from my shoulder to my full length by 54 inches. So I'm going to measure it on both sides. So my full length is by 54 inches. That's for the length of my gown. And I'll be placing my tape like this to mark 3 inches for the neck. Then I'm going to also mark 6 inches to bring down the depth of my neckline, and it's going to have V shape in the front. So I'll be using my ruler to give it that V shape. That is, the front neckline is going to have V shape. After that, from my shoulder to my style line, I'll be marking 30 inches. Okay, so you can see the place I place my tape. So let me shift it a bit so that you can see my style line, and it's by 30 inches. So that's my style line measurement that I'm taking, and it's by 30 inches. Okay, so guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please keep on watching this video to the end. So let me shift my fabric backward. So I'm done with my style line measurement. So I will go ahead now to mark my armhole, which is around my bust area, and I will be marking 8 inches for my armhole. So I want you guys to see what I'm doing next. So I'm going to shift my fabric a bit again, so that you can see what I'm going to measure at my style line. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 36 inches on my style line again. So that's the 36 inches that I'm marking now. Okay, so that's what I'm pointing at. So I want you guys to see what I'm doing. So remember, I folded my fabric by 17 inches, so I'll be using all the 17 inches for the body. Okay, you can see what I'm pointing at. Right now, I'll connect from my style line to my armhole point. So that's what I'm using my chalk to connect to my armhole point. I'm sorry for the chalk. You know, it's a nude color, so the fabric is a Duchess fabric, so I don't want the chalk to appear too much on it. So just keep on watching, and please, you can follow the explanation. You're going to get it after watching this video, so that you'll be able to make your own by yourself, guys. At this point, on my hemline area, so I want you to see what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to shift my fabric a bit. I'm going to shift it upwards now, so that you can see my hemline area, because I'm going to mark 8 inches to shape it a bit. That's why mine is different from the cover picture, because I decided to shape my hemline a bit by 8 inches, so that's why it's different from the cover picture. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to connect it from my style line. I'm going to connect it down to my hemline so you can see the connection. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead now to start cutting it. So that's what I'm pointing at. So you can see that if you keep on watching this video to the end, you'll be able to understand this tutorial and you'll be able to cut and sew this tie that I'm making by yourself. And after watching it, don't forget that you can also share this tutorial with your loved ones, with your friends. Please, you can also ask them to also watch this video to the end. And if you have any part that you don't understand, so you can drop it in the comment section below. I'm going to try my best to reply you, to also tell you more about how to go about it if you want to make your own, in case if you don't understand it. And you can even watch the video again so that you can understand it more better after watching it again, guys. Guys, don't forget that the cover picture is a guide and I decided to shape my style line a bit. That's why the cover picture is different from mine, and you also understand my body size also, so I wanted something that will fit me at my style lines towards the hemline also. So that's why I decided to shape mine a bit. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please, you can subscribe now, and you can also turn notification bell to get notified to see my next sewing tutorial that will be coming up on Wednesday and also on Friday. So I went ahead to mark 1.5 inch to bring down the back of my neckline. And I'll be marking 1 inch to slope my shoulder a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use my ruler now to use and slope it a bit. So I'll continue to cut it out. And don't forget that this style that we are making is a unique style, very simple and elegant. You can see the color is a unique color also, and the fabric is the latest Duchess fabric in the market. Very unique style that we are making that is suitable for all size to wear. I also want you to return back to this channel after watching my videos, guys. This is another way for you guys to support my channel to grow. And don't forget that you can share this tutorial also with your friends and your family members. And you can also check my other tutorials that I have already on my channel. So I don't understand today my scissors again, so I've tried to open it well. Right now I'm going to pull out my back material, that is the back side. So I'm going to pull it out now so that I'll be able to cut the front neckline. So this is how your own should look like when making your own. And if you don't understand this tutorial, there is no problem. That means that you have to watch this video again. Like I said, if there is any part that you don't understand also, that you want me to share more light on it, you can drop it in the comment section below. Any style that you want me to also teach on this channel, you can drop it in the comment section also. My front gown has a slit, so I'll be marking 20 inches from my hemline to the point of my slit. That is the place that I want my slit to stop. Then I'm going to use my chalk to draw a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to also use my chalk to curve it a bit, as you can see me doing in the video. So this is how your own should look like when making your own. So I'm going to use my scissors now to follow the line. Okay, so I'm going to use it to open the slit. Then I'm going to also use it to curve it at the hemline area. So after cutting it, then I'm going to also hem it with my needle and thread. Okay, though my camera did not pick that part, so I'm going to use it to hem it to make it to look neat. Okay, I'm not going to use my machine to stitch the hemline, so I'm going to use my thread and needle to hem it. So I'm going to also create a video on how to do that, but today I want you to learn how to cut and sew this particular style that I'm making, and I'm going to also slit the front. I'm opening it, I'm going to take it down, so I'm going to open it down to my neckline point. Okay, so you can see how unique this tie is. Please just keep on watching this video to the end. So guys, I've joined my shoulders together. Okay, so right now I'll be marking 8 inches for my armhole point. So that's the 8 inches. So I'm going to also mark it at the other side of my gown. Okay, so I'm going to mark it from my shoulder. So you can see the place I'm placing my tape from my shoulder to my armhole point. So I'm going to mark 8 inches. So I'm trying to arrange my dress well so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So at that point that I'm pointing, that's where I'm going to run my stitch down to my hemline area. Okay, so on my style line I'll be marking 1 inch. So I'm going to mark 1 inch on both sides. So that's what I'm going to use to sew my dress. After this part, I'll be stitching my gown together, and my beautiful gown will be ready for you guys to see it on my body. So you can see how unique and how simple it is for you to cut and sew this particular set that I am making today. We have come to the end of today's sewing tutorial. I believe you enjoyed it as I did. We made it together. If there is any part that is not clear to you, let me know in the comment section below. I promise to attend to it. Here I am rocking my beautiful gown, and you can see the simplicity of my gown. You can make this for yourself today. I made use of 2 yards of Duchess fabric. Guys, you can subscribe now, like, share, and also turn notification bell to get notified to see my next sewing tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time.